What's going on, y'all? Good morning. Today is Wednesday. I forgot the date, but it's May, I think it's the 8th. So happy Wednesday to everybody. Happy hump day. Thank you to all those that may be checking in, watching the replay, all that. I hope you can hear me good. I'm right by a bridge. So as y'all have seen, man, I'm in New York. If I leave and don't do anything else in New York, I got to go to a Knicks game in Madison Square Garden, which is the whole reason I'm doing this live. I'm so inspired right now. I don't know if you can tell by the smirk or the smile on my face. I have been smiling for 48 hours since I got here, since I was anticipating the game, got to the game, after the game. Hard work and patience. So I'm gonna talk about hard work and patience real quick. I have literally, and yes, it's gonna be on the premise of the Knicks, so stay with me for the metaphor. I have literally been a Southerner my whole life, but I always respected the Knicks' hard work, especially that of John Starks. John Starks was a 6'2" shooting guard, and people always used to clown him because, Mike would come in the garden and cook. Mike is Mike. Mike was also 6'6" with a 44-inch vertical. Mike is Mike, right? John Starks was a 6'2" shooting guard, which is the same height as Jalen Brunson is as a point guard right now doing the work that he's doing. So John Starks, I'm not going to say he was a competitor. Mike is Mike. It is what it is. However, he was an adversary of Mike. He played him just as hard as anybody else. Had John Starks been 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", Mike would have had problems. I'll argue that shit with anybody. But he's a 6'2" shooting guard playing against this man, and I respected that from day one when I saw John Starks play. I literally picked up a basketball because of John Starks. That said, again, seeing my father work as hard as he worked, but I got a lot of the way that I play basketball and do things in life in general because of those early 90s New York Knicks teams. The grit, the hard work, the hard fouls, the taking it on the chin, a win or a loss. We're excited when we win. Y'all see how we showing out right now. We feel bad when we lose like any other fans, but we get back to it. There's always going to be an effort with New York's Knicks back. Even when we fucking up, like hiring Isaiah Thomas as general manager, that's in the past. But we're going to continue to work. Notice how I keep saying we. Like, I really feel like I'm part of this damn team because I've been that fan since I was 12 years old. Legit, it's been 30 years. I keep telling people I'm 42 now. What's going on, Lennox? What's going on, Denisha? What's going on, Brochelle? Hey, I respect Joker too, but he finna go to the house. Anthony Edwards on some other shit right now. Anyways, but the hard work that was put in by the New York Knicks, that's where I get a lot of that grit from, because I remember everybody just writing them off, and they just stayed in the fight, and I always respected that. So from 12 years old to being 42, let me tell you how God works, even if you're not religious, but just stay with me. I'm in the Army, most of y'all know that. So I have a unit up here I gotta come do some training with. I have this scheduled a month ago, like right before the playoffs even started. There's no guarantee that the Knicks are getting out of the first round. This is already scheduled for this week. The love, the respect, the hard work that they put in is the same thing I put in at my job every day. Win, lose, or draw, whether I like it or not. I had this scheduled. Happy birthday, Denisha. Win, lose, or draw, whether I like it or not, I still show up every day and I put in the work. So I have this work trip scheduled a month out. The Knicks going through what they're going through with the Sixers. The Knicks are going through what that hell of a series. That was like a second or third round series in and of itself. Close games, all that. So they're going through what they're going through. We get out the first round, we send them home. And I'm like, damn, I got to be in New York next week. It'd be cool if I could go to a game. But I don't know how the NBA schedule is going to work. Because they won in those 6 games against Philadelphia, That landed the first game on this past Monday, game 1, round 2. I'm like, I bet I'm going. So after I'm watching the Knicks game, I was like, I need the Pacers to win. I hate the fucking Pacers. To this day, this is how long I've been a fan. I still hate the Pacers and I still hate Miami. I respect them, whoever they have, when they're good and all that. I respect my opponent, our opponent. Go Knicks. I respect our opponent, but I still hate the Pacers and the Heat to this day, 30 years later. I need the Pacers to win. Pacers win their series. Oh shit. Guess who we're about to play? We're playing the Pacers in the second round. This is how God works. I fly in Monday. The game is scheduled for Monday. So Saturday, I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm missing this game. I'm fulfilling this childhood dream, this childhood fantasy. I've been loyal for so long. And as a Southerner, being a New York Knicks fan, anywhere up north outside of Atlanta, being a fan of any New York team, I got clowned for 30 years. I get clowned by people back at home in the South because it's not an Atlanta team. I get clowned by people in New York. Shout out to Broken Traditions. Shout out to G.R.O.W.T.H. But I get clowned by my New York partners because they're like, man, we from the city, man. We know how it goes. The Knicks gonna fold. Fuck y'all. Shit. I'm here. We winning the night too. I'm going home, all smiles. Anyways, I get the tickets on Saturday. Find some great tickets. I'm like, I'm not missing this. I get there and y'all can go back, a couple of shorts ago, and you can see how genuinely happy I am. But that came from a lot of patience, 30 years, and hard ass work. I've been in the military 15. So I've been a Knicks fan literally twice the amount of time that I've been in the United States Army. A lot of patience, and I always said, man, I want to go see my boys play. I want to go see my boys play. What's going on, Flaves? What's going on, Chosen One? Mont, what's going on, man? Bruh, it was crazy. Shout out to Unstructured Thoughts. What's going on, Mont? Bruh, it was crazy in the Garden. I've never felt that type of energy. And I've been to a lot of Hawks games, not taking anything away from the Atlanta Hawks. But Madison Square Garden is in and of itself, it's like that. It's like that. And I loved it. I got to see fans just as crazy as I am. Y'all think Toothpick Kofa is a problem. I'm crazy as hell about my damn Knicks. Couch Coach K/R back with the cigar is a real thing. I'm yelling at the screen. I'm calling out picks. I'm doing all that. I'm that fan for the Knicks. I'm that fan for the Lakers out west too, but them boys going to the house. I'm also a realistic fan, and we have a legitimate chance to go to the finals. Hold on, let me move because it's getting ready to start raining. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Crazy. Give me a second. I gotta get back up under this gazebo. Almost there. That shit came out of nowhere. Appreciate y'all staying with me. All right, we're safe and dry. But yeah, it was crazy in the Garden the other night, Mont. Let me see who else I got in here. I'm not gonna be on here too long. I actually do gotta go get dressed for work. Slide through some of these comments. Rochelle says you should try a basketball game in Serbia. You do that and you will never go look back at the to lame NBA fans. And you know what, Rochelle? I believe you, bro. Like, I'm a basketball fan, period. But again, I picked up basketball because of John Starks, New York Knicks, and all that. But I love the game and respect the game so much. So being an Army brat, we lived overseas for a while, and that's when I started watching international basketball. I started watching FIBA. So I know y'all fans are crazy. I know they're real with it. So I respect that, Rochelle, like straight up and down. I know them fans go hard for their teams. What's going on, Smitty? Yeah, damn. I missed your comment, bro. I was running my mouth. What's going on with you, bro? I appreciate you being in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I think it's at the top right. You hit the three dots and it'll drop down and you can click like for me. So try to get the likes up for me. Got 17 watching, like 3 likes now. So yeah, I know it's different on this vertical live. I had to figure that shit out myself. But I think it's at the top right, the 3 dots. Tap them, do the drop down and hit the like button for me. But back to the hard work. It took a lot of hard work in the military and patience. 30 years with the Knicks. Again, I've been a Knicks fan double the amount of time I've been in the military. So as a kid, so the hard work, and it's just crazy that everything lined up after 30 years. So I'm saying all that to say have some patience with the work that you're putting in. And something my pops taught me, work smart, not hard. I see a lot of times, especially as men, we get off kilter because we work so hard. The back-breaking work, the headaches, the aches and pains, and not going to the doctor. I stayed on y'all ass about that. I'm gonna stay on your ass about that. Pause, no diddy, while I'm in New York. But I'm gonna stay on y'all about that, bro. They take health insurance out of your check, every damn check. Take your ass to the doctor, figure out what's wrong, try to slow down a little bit. Or speed up if you need to. You can't just be sitting there getting satiated after work either. That's where a lot of our problems come in. You come home, you're tired, you eat something, and you go to sleep. Don't tell me you don't do it, because I know that I did it. I'll fall on my sword in a heartbeat. Y'all know that. I know that I did it. So I know you're getting a bad habit of doing it yourself, and you know that you know that you know when you're starting to do it. So make those little adjustments. But again, like my pop said, work smart, not hard. So the hard work that you're doing, stay with me. The hard work that you're putting in, the back breaking, the heartaches, the blood, sweat, and tears. What results is it yielding for you? That's when the smart comes in. Okay, if I'm going to do X, Y, and Z at the job, am I learning the managerial portion of the job? Y'all get what I'm saying? What's the next step for all this hard work? If you're going to break down your body, what are you going to get at the end? Start trying to make a plan that Sunday when you are watching the game or you are having a drink or a cigar, sit down, break out that laptop, and ask Google. Ask YouTube. Don't just look at Kofa. Don't just look at manosphere content or men-centric content or whatever, these crazy-ass blogs. It's about us getting better. Again, gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. That's what this channel is for. I'm here to help men find a positive fuck it. If I'm going to work hard, fuck it. What am I? Not my kids, not my wife, not my mama. What am I going to get at the end of the day? What's going on, MJ? What's going on, Hannibal? Yes, thank you, MJ. Y'all see what MJ dropped in the chat? That's smart thinking, no doubt. Use Chat GPT. Let me tell y'all something. Chat GPT is either free or pay $20 a month and hire Chat GPT. Literally type in, I'm hiring you as a such and such manager. I'm hiring you as a life coach. I need to know blah, 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 and watch it spit out answers. The human element comes in where you know how much money you have, you know how much time you have, and you know how much effort you're going to put into a certain thing. But the list of things it gives you, and ask for a specific list. I'm hiring you as a life coach. This is how much I make. How much can I scale up in the next year to 2 years? Give me 10 things to do. It's going to spit it out. That's how I started adjusting some of these YouTube videos that I was doing the last few. And it started adjusting my algorithm, and I started getting out there more because I hired ChatGPT as a SEO specialist. Basically, social media marketer for me. I'm hiring you as a SEO specialist. I need blah, blah, blah. These type of tags I need to break into a YouTube algorithm. And it gave me some steps, and it worked. So back to the hard and smart work. Thank you for that, MJ. Roselle says, how about starting not caring about professional sports? Let me say something to that. I started stepping away from a lot of sports because I didn't like the way the game was going. What brought me back to the Knicks this year, not that I ever left, I'm still proud of them, but I had posted something. I was like, bruh, this is how I know I'm checking out of America in general. The Knicks are finally good, and I really don't care. But I watched them play going toward the end of the season. That grit, that hard work, that's back. I haven't seen that in years. In years. The defense, I haven't seen it like the scrambling, the 50-50 balls in years. So not caring about sports is fine, Borchelle, but there's a metaphor for it. I always use basketball as a metaphor, again, like I'm doing today, the hard work. It's not necessarily about the sport in and of itself. I see grown men working their ass off at their profession. The thing that we don't see and that we don't talk about is the people behind the teams. Somebody had to put that team together. Somebody worked to get 3 kids from Villanova as grown ass men back together because they knew they had chemistry. That's when your boys, your homies, your friends, your partners, your brothers, that's when that comes into play. They're going to hold each other accountable, and they're going to show up for each other night in, night out. Even if it's not for the Knicks, not for the organization, not for the NBA, not for the league, they're friends. They're going to show up for each other. They're going to leave it all on the floor, night in and night out. What's going on, BT? Salute for the super chat, brother. Thank you. Hit that, hit that. I really appreciate it. You know, I don't got my sound bites, but, you know, play the last $2 5 times in your head. Pooh Man in the building. What's going on, bro? What up, though? Hannibal says, I'll be at the Indiana versus Knicks game Friday. That's what's up. Hannibal says, Anthony Edwards is worth watching. Definitely, bro. Again, basketball, to Borchelle's point, for me, is just a metaphor for life, bro. They put in the work. That's why when I see these talking heads, you know, talking down on Jalen Brunson, I was very happy when we made that trade. Because, I watch basketball, so I'm watching him come off the bench in Dallas. Hold up. Where'd my lighter go? Hold on. I'm watching this man come off the bench in Dallas. I'm seeing the hard and smart work that he's putting in. I think my cigar got wet in that damn rain. But I'm seeing the work that he put in. That's what I love. That's what I respect. Win, lose, or draw, I got to respect the hard work. You got to respect the hard work. Then when hard work, again, transform it into smart work. And be patient with the process, man. Be patient with the process. It's not going to be overnight. Again, 30 years, dog. When Patrick Ewing finger rolled when he should have dunked, broke my heart. When Reggie Miller pushed Greg Anthony, knocked down them threes, got to respect the hard work that he put in and the call that he got away with, but broke my heart. I think I cried when I was a kid. And I went out and I shot ball for hours. For hours, dog. Heart broke as a kid. Had my disappointments, mad as hell as a grown man. But this is the most comfortable I've felt with the Knicks team in decades, dog. And it's just simply because of hard work. Jalen Brunson, Chris Broussard, is a bona fide fucking superstar. He is. Give that man his credit. How many goddamn 40-point games he got to drop? He that dude too. I know he's not flying through the air like Anthony Edwards. He's not, super crafty, dribbling wise like Kyrie and all that. But bruh ain't supposed to be doing what he doing according to y'all. Because he's not Derek, let me put it like this. MVP Derrick Rose is 6'2". You know bro could jump out the gym. Jalen Brunson, 6'2", getting buckets, putting in the work. But he's a different player. He put that team on his back. He's a leader, and he's a scorer, and he's not afraid to get on the floor and take a hit for 50-50 balls. Hard work. And it took him a minute to get there. Think about Jalen Brunson, again, coming off the bench, playing behind cats like Luka Doncic. But he got to New York, and he made something happen. Let me get to some of y'all comments. BT says, basketball is back. Ivy says, how are you, my boy? What's going on, Ivy? I'm good. Hope you're doing well. Let me see. Look, said that's not really. It's actually kind of short. MJ says seeing the Nuggets turn out last year was hype. That was great. And the Nuggets, another great team. They play cohesively as a team. Now that's a great example of smart basketball. They're not supposed to have these superstars. Jokic not supposed to be doing what he's doing. But they play together as a team. They have a system. Facts from Felix. Felix says Jalen greater than Kyrie. Right now, I'll argue that with anybody. BT says hard work beat talent if the talent don't work hard. Big facts. Brother Blaze trolling ass in the building. What's going on, bro? He said, I must still be half asleep. Is that Kofa doing a live stream? See? I didn't even read your comment before I called you a troll. I knew you was coming here on that bullshit, man. Vamo says, when's the album dropping, bro? I got to get my ass in there and work. Again, hard work versus smart work. I got to put it together. It's coming, though. It's coming, and it's going to be worth it. Hannibal says, Josh Hart, 6'4", rebounding guard. Look, I looked up Josh Hart's stats for rebounding. He's, again, 6'4" shooting guard, which is short for a shooting guard as well in the league. But I think he was in the top 20 rebounders in the league. Rebounders, not rebounding guards, rebounders. I think he averaged like 8 during the season. I know he's averaging that in the playoffs. Like, he is cleaning the glass. What's going on? Hannibal says Miami Heat is a taut and gritty team. They were too. I respect the Heat. Hate them, but I respect them. Philip says, peace from Virginia. Peace, brother. What's going on with you? I'm getting ready to wrap this up, y'all, so I can finish smoking and have my coffee and go in here and get ready to go to work. But be patient with the process. Make sure you're putting in the work, which I know a lot of you are, but make your work mean something. I hate seeing and hearing brothers complain because they're working so hard, and I'm seeing them work so hard, the late nights, the early mornings. What does it mean? What is it going to scale down to? What are you going to give yourself? Because again, I say you ask the average man, you ask the average woman why she works so hard, it's so she don't need a man. You ask the average man why he works so hard, so he can take care of his family. And his family doesn't mean a woman and kids sometimes. Sometimes we taking care of mom, we taking care of our brothers or sisters' kids. We're an extra parent to them. Let your work mean something for you as well. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. This week, it was one of those weeks. I told BT I drove around New York yesterday. Yes, I drove. Didn't get an Uber, didn't hop the train. I drove. I needed to see and feel the city for real. I rolled down the windows. I put on Illmatic, and I just rode. I rode through Brooklyn. I rode through Queens. I'm going to hit Harlem later on today and probably Harlem tomorrow. Me and Drew are supposed to link up, tomorrow. So y'all look out for that. It may be later on in the evening, but I'm trying to link up with Drew. So I talked to him yesterday. We're trying to make that happen. No promises yet. That man got to work. I got to work too. But we really trying to make this thing happen. Al Boski in the building. What's going on, Sheila? Where we at? Let me see. Scroll, check these comments. Yeah, unstructured comments. Mont says, Chuck had rebound in his nickname. That's how much work Chuck put in. Barkley was a beast. Y'all better stop sleeping on Barkley. But let me get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all checking in. I just wanted to chime in and speak on that, man. Be patient with the process. Do the work. Think about how the work is going to impact you later on, which is ultimately going to impact your family. I know the ultimate goal is to take care of the family, but do not forget about yourself. But Get ready to ride out of here, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Might do another pop-up again. Look for me tomorrow night with Drew Titan. Salute to him and the Painful Excellence podcast. We're trying to make that happen. Worst case scenario, we'll do a dual live. If we can't link up in person, we'll do a dual live here on YouTube. But let me get up out of here. Y'all have a good day. Work smart, not hard. Trust the process. As always, I love you. Ain't shit you can do about it. You matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Peace.